How you doing, astrology fans? It's Michael here. So something that you see a lot in the astrological community, and particularly the online social media astrological community, everyone likes to shit on all the other signs, and that's fun. That's great. We all love a good roast, but I wanted to do something a little bit different. So I wanted to make this series of videos for each sign, giving 5 reasons not to hate them, but 5 reasons to love them. So if we talk about love, this is the video for Libra. So if you've got a Libra Sun, Moon or Rising, this video is very much for you. Well, if you've got any other strong placements or strong emphasis on Libra in your chart, this video is for you as well. And these are 5 reasons why I think you're great. Let's do it. So the most obvious thing to mention for Libra, something that I already mentioned in the video, was so obvious, is their capacity for love. Libra is primarily about getting 2 things or people or whatever to relate to one another, and this makes it the sign most geared towards romance. On top of that, this is the sign that's ruled by the planet of Venus, so obviously is the goddess of love and beauty and these kinds of things. So Libra dominants, I think better than any others, are able to find balance through companionship, and they're often as attractive as they are looking to attract other people to them. But it doesn't stop there. This deep need and enjoyment in connection and relationship, it's not just romantic, it goes beyond that, which takes me to my second point, which is how sociable Libra dominants are. Perhaps on a fundamental level, you could say that Libra dominance and the sign of Libra is the most sociable of them all. They just love sharing. They love sharing their time, their energy, and of course this is an air sign, so they love sharing their thoughts also with other people and then receiving the same thing back in exchange. Libra placements and Libra dominance tend to be very cooperative, as well as very likable and very easy to get along with. And someone that I think actually exemplifies these traits is Snoop Dogg. It seems like today more than ever, everybody loves Snoop Dogg these days, right? And Snoop was born with his Sun as well as Uranus in Libra in his chart. Something else as well, his I was about to say chronic, which would have been funny, so I said it anyway. His historical, let's say, love of weed as a form of relaxation and invoking a sense of peace is also very, very Libran, I think. And on top of that, he's also a musician, which as a form of art definitely falls under the remit of Venus, which, as I mentioned, is the ruling planet of Libra. It should be noted though that of course he started out making gangster rap, which is kind of antithetical to Libra and Venus, but as he's gotten older, I think he's matured and he's realized that he can have a more constructive role, and he's been making more music geared towards peaceful themes, none more so than that Snoop Lion album he did, which a lot of people thought was kind of shit, but I really liked, and there was lots of Libran stuff in there, so it's going in the video. Next in line in my Libra list is that Libra dominants tend to make great diplomats. So the glyph that represents the sign of Libra is of course the scales, which actually interestingly makes them the only sign not represented by a living person or animal. And I think that fact represents Libra's unique ability to be fair and balanced. Justice is blind. And Libra, I think, is better than any other sign to see the bare facts and to judge them objectively. Many Libra dominants will find themselves in the legal professions for these very reasons. It's a world that just makes sense to them. It's just things they do naturally anyway, so why not get paid for it, right? And on a personal level, this objectivity really equips Libra dominants really well to be able to see both sides of an issue and to mitigate disagreements between friends or family members or whatever it is. Next, we'll come to the charm. As I mentioned, Libra is ruled by the planet of Venus, the goddess of love, but actually the word love that we use in English, I think isn't really a perfect fit for what Venus was really the goddess of. She was a goddess of sex as much as anything else, and she was also known as a master seductress, and I think that a part of that is definitely rubbed off on, if you'll pardon the pun, on the sign of Libra as well. And I don't mean that everyone who is a Libra dominant is some kind of wild Casanova or something like that, but I think that they all have their ways and they're absolutely as charming. They could charm their way in and out of a paper bag. Is that an expression? It is now. Final thing I want to mention about Libra, and I think it sums them up really well, is that Libra are the great peacemakers. of astrology. I mentioned before their strong powers of diplomacy and so on, but I think what really drives that and makes them so good at brokering deals is that they are just a sign that's just bent on peace. It's like they just want to see cooperation on all levels of life. They're the primary pacifists of astrology, and as I say, they push for this cooperation over antagonism just at every turn. And honestly, looking at the state of the world these days, I think that is just such an obvious choice for something that you would want to admire in someone, and that someone is Libra. Alright, so that's it. That is my list of 5 things that I think are great about Libra. So if you want to see more of this astrology based content, please let me know by hitting the like and hitting the subscribe. And if you want to be extra awesome, give us a wee comment. Alright, thanks for clicking. Goodbye.